It's all about the World Heavyweight Championship. Might I add that it is the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. The previous world champion, CM Punk's arch nemesis, the visionary Seth Rollins, who was left with no choice but to vacate the title due to a shoulder injury that will leave him out of action for quite a significant amount of time. This is a second chance for CM Punk to win back the world championship. CM Punk, who had a grueling match with Gunther back at SummerSlam in just an incredible bout between two of the best that this business has to offer. CM Punk would be victorious only for Rollins to spoil the fun and pull the biggest ruse of the century, faking a knee injury. But the irony of it all is that faking that knee injury, then Rollins successfully cashing in. When you fake something, it's almost like you accidentally manifest it, and then Rollins ended up manifesting it into a shoulder injury. Of course, unintentionally, that being. For Jey Uso, it's the opportunity to win back the world championship that he lost to Gunther during the summer on Monday Night Raw. He had beaten Gunther for it back at WrestleMania 41 when he would realize the dream. A man who spent many years as a tag team wrestler alongside his twin brother Jimmy, Big Jim. He has, over the last few years, truly made a name for himself as a singles competitor. And you saw that Jey Uso tried to outbest Punk there with a roll-up. Punk and Jey, who are both experienced wrestlers. However, Punk is more experienced in the singles department than Jey Uso. Jey Uso is still finding his own despite the fact that he's already been a world champion. And Punk, with a shoulder tackle, immediately goes for the cover on Jey. And you saw the jacket that Punk was wearing out to the ring, and you see his gear. It's inspired by his MMA trainer who recently passed away, Duke Rufus. Punk, who spent a little bit of time in MMA during his 9-year hiatus from WWE. So there's a lot of emotions for CM Punk in this match. You gotta think, to pay homage, it's a must-win for the Second City Saint. Jey goes for a hard right at CM Punk. And Jey tried to get the shoulders down. He did first. And again, Punk once again kicking out at one. Punk trying to alleviate some of the pressure. Punk, who's trying to break free of Jey Uso's grip, and he does. This time it's Jey who responds with a shoulder tackle, and it takes down CM Punk. Jey starting to build a little bit of momentum. Oh, wait. Punk was thinking GTS. Jey scouted it and wisely rolling to the outside onto the floor. This is a chance for Jey Uso to re-strategize, regroup. However, the thing is, you got to think that with the title being vacated, Jey gets counted out. Punk's the world champion. That's the last possible way you want to lose this match, especially when there is so much at stake. These two tie up. Collar and elbow. We've been seeing since the last few minutes of this match getting underway that it's been a large feeling each other out. With this being the first time these two stars are going face to face, there's quite a bit of a learning curve in terms of learning each other. Meanwhile, Punk, who's very quick at adapting to every situation and goes for a lateral press cover, and it's Jey who kicks out before the 3. CM Punk who lifts up Jey Uso, looking for a swinging neck breaker. Jey seemingly blocked some of it, and Punk with a brutal kick to the back of the head. Now Punk got it. Punk this time goes for the cover. So you saw that first time, Jey Uso was able to kind of block that swinging neck breaker, only for Punk to get a nice shot to the side of the head with that kick and then follow it up for a really good swinging neck breaker. And exposes the chest of Jey with a thunderous chop. But Jey responds with a Samoan drop. Punk is feeling all of it in his lower back. Jey Uso looking to take the opportunity. Looking for a spear. Punk drops down with a front headlock and then turns it into a swinging neck breaker. And a near fall as this match continues. Jey Uso is doing a really good job of staying with it here, much like CM Punk. But right now it's CM Punk who is in the driver's seat with all the pressure, all the weight on Jey Uso. The knee being driven into the back as Punk wrenches back on the face. It'll do a lot of damage to your spine. He could incapacitate Jey right here and force him to tap. But it seems that Jey is starting to fight free of the front face lock. Oh! Jey now coming in with some rights. And another one. Jey maybe figuring it out. Oh, Punk was looking for a drop kick. Jey held on and attempted a jackknife. But Jey might be feeling the pressure of this matchup here. There's a lot of pressure. You win your first one, but sometimes it's that second one. You know you've done it. Now you feel the pressure to do it again. And that could be the situation for Jey as Punk nails a GTS. But Jey Uso falls to the floor. That may have been Punk's biggest opportunity. And Punk just hit the GTS. And Punk, who's trying to wake up Jey with some water and get him up into the ring. As much as Punk needs to wake up Jey Uso, he still needs him incapacitated enough to where he can still keep on the momentum and not give Jey Uso a second wind. That's the last thing you want if you're CM Punk. And Punk and Jey are both showing the wear of this match. Punk with a nice snap suplex to Jey as he hooks the leg in the center of the ring. But Jey Uso is not giving up. Jey Uso is not backing down. And the chance for CM Punk are coming in hot here at Saturday night's main event. as Punk perches Jey up at the top. This is where you take the risk to a whole new level. It's going to be a hard landing. Punk, who was looking for that superplex on Jey. Jey able to block it. Jey hammering away on Punk as he tries to fight Punk down. And another headbutt that takes Punk down. Punk is down on the mat. But Jey is also worn out. Can he capitalize? And Punk able to get out of the way, but Jey still with it with these punches. Punk was trying to hit Jey, but Jey was able to block, and now the momentum is coming in. Yeet life for Jey Uso. And coming in hot. The homage to the bloodline. Oh, but Punk quickly picks up Jey. Had him up on his shoulders for a GTS, but Jey follows it with a super kick and a spear. It could be it. And Uso splash will be enough to put it away. That's gotta do it. We're gonna have ourselves a new. I was just about to say we're gonna have ourselves a new world champion. But CM Punk is not buying into it. CM Punk showing signs of life. As he kicks out first, it's the spear. Follows it up with a picture-perfect, on-target Uso splash. It doesn't get any better than that. Except if Punk had stayed down for the 3. But the Second City Saint still with it. If you're Jey Uso, what do you do next? What's the move? What's the plan? Jey Uso's got to stay on the ball at this point. You've now hit CM Punk back-to-back with 2 huge moves that have won you matches before. Now you got to figure it out. How you're going to put CM Punk away. A multi-time world champion. Punk, one of the most decorated stars in WWE history. And elbows to the upper back, nearing the neck of Jey Uso. Earlier, Punk tried this and Jey was able to block it, but this time, all hope is lost for Jey as the superplex lands. I don't know who got the worst of that one. Punk has been showing signs that his back has been bothering him throughout the match. It's not just Jey who crashes and burns. But Punk gets a double landing on the upper and lower back. Every second counts. And you gotta do everything you can to stick with it. Who is going to head to Raw on Monday night as the world champion as Punk starts coming in with these right jabs? Punk playing a little bit of southpaw with some right jabs, but now it's Jey who comes in with some clubbing rights. And now throw in some swings. These two are pummeling it out and battling it out in the center of the ring. It seems Punk may have gotten the best of that exchange as he follows it up with a clothesline. Punk showing that he is able to dig down deep. When your body screams for help, you feed off the fans. The adrenaline pumps every last bit, and you just got to use it to the bitter end. And Punk with the bulldog. And now he calls his shot. And it could be time for Jey to go out like a light because CM Punk is signaling for the go to sleep. The first time Jey Uso fell to the floor, this time Punk looks to connect. Jey with a super kick. And I imagine how Jey fell to the floor. This time it's Punk who falls to the floor. Jey always finds some hope when he needs it the most. And a suicide dive lays out Punk. This has been an extremely physical contest between these two. Jey Uso never ceases to amaze me these last few years how much he's truly elevated being a twin, being one of the great tag team wrestlers, to becoming a standout singles competitor and living up to the main event moniker of being main event Jey Uso and competing in the main event of Saturday night's main event to crown a new world champion after Seth freaking Rollins was forced to vacate it due to a shoulder injury that I mentioned earlier in this match. Punk, who's laid out on the floor. Jey Uso looking for a chance to capitalize as he measures up Punk. What is Jey thinking? Jey with a spear, and they go through the barricade. That's usually a play out of Roman Reigns' book. But Jey decided to use it as his own. They're family. I'm sure Roman appreciates it. And Jey has Punk. And he gets him back in the ring. Now with that, Jey looks for one more Uso splash. But this time, Punk gets the knees up when he needed it the most. And a GTS good night. That's got to do it. But Jey Uso kicks out. You never know how it's going to play out, but it always finds a way to work out. And Punk just banging his head against the mat. He thought that was it. First, Jey delivered the spear to Punk through the barricade in the timekeeper's area. Jey went to follow it up with an Uso splash to Punk in the ring. Punk got the knees up to the midsection, followed it up with a go to sleep. That was flush. And somehow, some way, Jey Uso found a way to kick out. What is it going to take to outbest the other? These two have hit each other with everything. Punk looking for it, looking for a pile driver, but Jey blocks it. And they got a GTS to Punk. And now Jey looks for a spear. But Punk was somehow able to hit a little bit of a spear. But Jey kicks out. Punk, who was able to use a little bit of energy to get somewhat of a spear. The effectiveness of that spear from Punk, you could see it was a little bit on the lighter end due to the exhaustion that Punk has experienced in this match. That's just what happens the longer this match goes on. It gets tougher and tougher. And with both men stirring, struggling to get back up to their feet, Punk's hardly back up. He can't even stand up straight. Jey Uso is stunned. And that time, the go to sleep works out for Punk again. And Jey collapses right onto the shoulders of CM Punk. But they collapsed. And Jey, sleeper. This is the same way he won the world championship at WrestleMania when he forced Gunther to tap. Punk's eyes are wide open. Punk could be forced to sleep, But Punk able to Anaconda. Wait. Punk looking for Anaconda Vise. And he's got it. Anaconda Vise. Punk, he's got it. Punk has the Anaconda Vise. Will Jey tap? Jey trying to squeeze and crawl. And Jey is able to make it to the bottom rope. But Punk knows he's got to the count of 5. And goes right after it again. But Jey, crucifix. Oh! That was as close to 3 without the bell ringing. And talk about getting your bell rung. CM Punk just eating a couple super kicks. And Punk is laid out. The end could be near. Jey went for a spear. And a knee by Punk. And a GTS. First time Punk went for this, Punk collapsed. There it is. A double GTS for the money. CM Punk is world champion. It was for all the marbles tonight. All of the emotions were on the field. CM Punk did what he had to do. He dug down deep in this intense matchup. Punk has reclaimed the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk, who dedicated this to his MMA trainer and longtime friend, Duke Rufus. CM Punk has become a 7-time World Heavyweight Champion. And this time, CM Punk does not have a Money in the Bank contract that he has to worry about. There is no Seth freaking Rollins. Punk is world champion. Jey went for that super kick, followed it up with a second. Punk, who was down on his knees. Jey was looking for a spear. But Punk gets the boot up. Not 1, but 2 GTSs to make sure that Jey was nighty-night. And what a moment for CM Punk when the ref's hand slapped 3 and the bell rang. CM Punk can once again say that he is at the top. The best in the world is the World Heavyweight Champion. CM Punk will be on Raw as your World Heavyweight Champion. CM Punk is on top of the world. And congratulations to your brand new World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.